Hello there, and a very warm welcome to today's episode of The Weekend Reflection. I am so glad you have decided to join me in the studio today, as the soft morning light filters through the windows and the city hums with its usual vibrant energy just outside these walls. I have been reflecting quite a bit over the last 48 hours, sitting in the quiet moments that the weekend so generously offers us when we finally decide to stop running and just be. My weekend has been an absolute journey of the senses, a whirlwind of color, sound, and unexpected discoveries that I simply cannot wait to share with you all today. You see, I have woken up to the gentle, rhythmic sound of the morning birds every single day this week, and it has set such a peaceful, melodic tone for everything that has followed in my life. One of the biggest highlights is that I have finally spent some quality time in my garden, and I have planted 5 new rose bushes that I have been dreaming about for months now. I have worked so hard to make sure the soil was just right, mixing in the rich compost and feeling the cool, damp earth beneath my fingernails, which is a grounding sensation I have always loved since I was a child. And would you believe it? I have already seen the very first tiny pale green buds beginning to peek through the dark stalks, reaching up toward the golden sunlight with such resilience. But it wasn't all quiet gardening. Oh no, I have also taken the longest, most challenging hike of my entire life through the rugged northern trails this past Saturday afternoon. I've stood at the very peak of the ridge, my heart hammering against my ribs like a trapped bird, and I have looked down at the vast emerald green valley stretching out toward the shimmering horizon. It has reminded me, in the most profound and humbling way possible, just how small our daily worries really are when compared to the ancient, majestic scale of the mountains. On Saturday night, I decided to be exceptionally brave in the kitchen, and I have tried to cook a traditional, notoriously difficult French soufflé from an old cookbook my grandmother gave me years ago. I have to be completely honest with you all, it hasn't quite risen the way the glossy, perfect photographs in the book promised it would, and it looked a bit more like a sad, deflated pancake than a culinary masterpiece. But I have tasted it anyway, and the flavor was absolutely incredible. It was rich and buttery, and reminded me of all the wonderful meals I have shared with my family over the years. After all that excitement and the kitchen chaos, I have enjoyed a very slow, very intentional Sunday morning, slowly sipping my coffee while the entire house remained perfectly still and silent. I have finally finished the novel that I started nearly 3 months ago, and reaching that final, poignant page felt like saying a reluctant goodbye to a very dear old friend. The ending has left me feeling a bit bittersweet, as the very best stories often do, lingering in the back of my mind long after I have closed the heavy cover and set it on the shelf. To top off the experience, I have reconnected with a very dear friend from my college days, whom I haven't seen in far too long due to the busyness of our separate lives. We haven't spoken in what feels like an absolute eternity, but as soon as we started talking on the phone, it felt as though not a single day had actually passed between us. This weekend has given me such a profound sense of energy and renewed purpose, and I have felt my spirit lifting higher with every passing hour of rest and connection. I have found so much peace in these small, seemingly insignificant things, and it has taught me once again that joy doesn't always have to be loud or expensive to be deeply meaningful. Have you ever felt that specific type of physical exhaustion that actually feels like a beautiful reward? I have certainly felt that this evening. I've pushed my body and my mind to new, exciting limits these past 48 hours, and I have discovered strengths I didn't even know I possessed anymore. I've wondered many times this weekend why I don't do this more often, why I don't prioritize these moments of pure, unadulterated self-care. I have decided to make these moments a priority from now on because I have seen the difference it makes in my mental clarity and my overall happiness. I have watched the sun set from my small balcony every night this weekend, and I have been mesmerized by the changing light. The colors have painted the vast sky in shades of violet, orange, and gold, and it has been the most beautiful gallery I have ever had the privilege to view. I have realized how incredibly lucky I am to have these quiet spaces in my life, and I have promised myself never to take them for granted again. I truly hope your weekend has been just as restorative and as full of light as mine has been, regardless of what you have been doing. We've talked so much about my garden and my kitchen adventures, but what about the things you have achieved or the moments you have cherished? I have often ignored the simple, profound joy of just sitting still and letting the world turn without my constant interference. But this weekend, I have finally mastered the delicate art of doing absolutely nothing when the world demanded everything. Well, almost nothing. I have still managed to get my steps in, haven't I? I've explored new, hidden parts of the local park that I never even knew existed, despite living in this neighborhood for over 5 years. I found a secret, shimmering pond hidden behind the old, gnarled oak trees, and I have watched the dragonflies dance across the water. It has quickly become my new favorite spot to reflect, and I have already planned my next visit there for next Sunday. My dog has loved every single second of these long walks, too. He has been my constant wagging companion through every trail. He has chased more squirrels than I can possibly count, and he has returned home every time with a muddy coat and a very happy heart. On a more practical note, I have finally cleared my entire inbox of all those nagging, overdue emails that have been haunting me for weeks. I have achieved a state of inbox zero for the first time in months, and the weight that has lifted off my shoulders is almost indescribable. I have listened to so much incredible music while I've been cleaning and organizing the house, letting the rhythm guide my movements. I have even rediscovered an old, dusty vinyl record at the back of the cabinet that I thought I had lost during my last move. Putting that needle down on the record has brought back so many vivid memories of my childhood and the music my parents used to play. It's truly amazing how a single scent or a familiar sound can transport you back in time so instantly and so completely. I have spent some time tonight just sitting in the dark, listening to the gentle rain tap against the window pane. It has washed away the lingering stress of the previous work week, and I have felt my mind becoming clear and calm once more. I have also started a brand new hobby this weekend. I have picked up a brush and tried my hand at watercolor painting for the first time. I have produced some very messy, very colorful sketches, but I have learned that it is the creative process that truly matters, not the final product. I have filled 3 entire pages of my new sketchbook already, and I have felt a sense of creative freedom I haven't felt in years. I have even shared a small photo of my very first painting online, which was a very big step for someone as shy as I am. Bashfully, people have been so incredibly kind with their comments, and their encouragement has given me the confidence to keep practicing. Philosophically, I have learned through this that being a beginner is a beautiful, necessary thing, and I have embraced the messiness of learning. Contentedly, I have slept better these past 2 nights than I have in many weeks, and I have woken up today feeling like a completely different person. Refreshed, I have realized that rest is not a luxury, but a requirement, and I have finally given myself permission to take it without any guilt. Warmly, it has been a weekend of profound personal growth and simple, beautiful pleasures, and I have cherished every single second of it. Earnestly, I wanted to share this feeling with all of you because I know how heavy and how fast life can feel for everyone sometimes. Kindly, because I know that we have all carried so much weight lately, and we have all been trying our very best to navigate these tricky times. Softly, we have all felt the strain, haven't we? But we have also found incredible ways to carry on and to find light in the shadows. Encouragingly, I hope that as you listen to this, you have found a moment to breathe and to recognize all that you have accomplished this week. Brightly, I have already prepared a little list of things I want to do next weekend, and I have definitely caught a bit of the adventure bug. I have even considered visiting that old historical museum downtown that I haven't stepped foot in since I was a young child. I've heard they have opened a brand new exhibit on ancient civilizations, and I have always been fascinated by those old mysteries. Time has a funny, often cruel way of slipping through our fingers when we aren't paying close attention to the present. But I have made a firm pact with myself to cherish every second and every breath from this moment forward. Warmly, thank you so much for joining me on this little journey through my weekend. I have truly enjoyed our quiet time together today. Until we meet again next time, I hope you have found your own little slice of heaven and your own reasons to smile. Brightly, take very good care of yourselves and remember all the wonderful things you have achieved. Goodbye for now.